Hey guys, how you doing today? Today I'm gonna teach you how to half cap flip. Backside 180, no, fakie backside 180 kick flip. So before you start learning this trick, of course you need like some other tricks that you need to know before you trying this trick. So, which is half cap 180 and kickflip, obviously. Fakie kickflip, not kickflip. So this trick actually would be very easy if you knew those two tricks like fairly consistently like landed, you know. So why it is because it doesn't like deviate a whole lot in terms of motions and stuff for like by a lot. Like say like if you try to add frontside 180 to kickflip and do frontside kickflip, it's actually like very different in terms of 180 and in terms of kickflip. You know, backside flip kind of same thing. You know, backside heel same thing. Like you have to do the heel flip completely different than you would do normally heel flip, but in this case, the kickflip and the fakie kickflip and the half cap 180 is basically like almost unchanged to try to combine these two tricks. So I think it's like a very good trick for you to try once you learn those two tricks, and like it's like a kind of sort of like first like combination trick, so to speak. Yeah, like varial flip is like could be good combination, first combination trick. Same thing goes to this trick. Half cap flip is actually good first combination trick for you to learn after you're learning, say like kick flip and 180s or something. So so important part about those two tricks you have to have before is like how you pop your board. So like you're coming in the fakie, I'm goofy, so like my direction like coming into fakie, and then when you do a half cap flip or half cap no not half cap flip, fakie flip or half cap 180, you need to start to pop like really towards like where you're going. So like you're coming and pop forward, and then backside 180 or you know fakie flip. So reason why it is important is because like if you don't, like board tend to get stuck, like you know board tend to get like heavy friction from the ground because you are going towards it and then hitting it like this, you know, instead of when you go in this, you know, and then you pop, like you're more like dragging on the ground. But like when you're going fakie and try to pop, that's why it's kind of scary, because like so in order to compensate that, you have to pop it where you're going, like in this case towards where you're going. So that's like and then you have like you need to practice that and then land the fakie flip and half cap flip fairly consistently. I would say at least, I mean in terms of half cap 180, like you should be able to land it every single time. And then in terms of fakie flip, at least like 1 out of 2. If you can land it, like that's like a good base to go into half cap flip. But I mean it's not like 100% required. Like you know, if you can land like fakie flip like 1 out of 5, like still pretty good, you know. Like chances are if you have a good half cap 180, like you could possibly make this happen. So once you get into like trying this trick, what is important is of course like popping that direction. And then what happened is like when you, it's like, so I'm going fakie in this case, like what happened is like this start to pop like about 45-degree angle right there, and then you're gonna try to flip. And a lot of people make mistake trying to kind of almost like a barrel flip, like you know as soon as they're pop, like they try to push towards like a flip flipping the board towards like the spin. But the thing is like, you basically don't need to do that at all, because like as soon as you pop, your winding motion, right? Like you're winding and then like you spin, you know, this motion, the whole body is translate that like momentum into the pop. And then as long as you flick it right, it's generally gonna go with you almost exactly. Like, because like think about body as sort of like a little bit of spring, and then so like in the upper part it comes back and then kind of like start to rotate the whole spring, and then the turning motion translate, and as soon as you pop, you're already exerting the rotational motion into the mix, you know. So like you don't actually have to intentionally flip towards the spin you're trying to do. You just have to basically turn the shoulder and then just flick it. Like, and quite often what's going to happen is like initially like your flick is not completely accommodated to like rotation. So like what's going to happen is like, say you might get stuck on the nose and then board's going to shoot out, or you might skip it out. Like your foot is not going to flick it properly, and the board is like half-ass flipped or like not flipped at all. And so what you need to do in that case is like you need to dial down the where the foot needs to go. But it's like basically generally just almost just like kickflip. Like it's not, there's not a whole lot different than a kickflip, but you kind of just need to pay attention to the where the board is going. So if it keeps happening, what I would do is basically slow down and then just focus on the fakie flip side of things, and then just make a little less of a turn. And another thing is like on this one is like landing is more important than turning all the way 180. So like if you can try this trick just doing 90 degree and land it, and then if you can try to go incrementally more and more and more turn, like that's another good approach, I would say. And another thing is like once you start doing combination of Halfcab and the flip, sometimes like you miss the pop a lot. And again, like same thing in this case, like slow it down. Just don't try to rush this thing. Just try to do like, even if it was like just 45-degree turn, just try to go slow, and then just like don't try to from the beginning try to 180 all the way and then try to land it, because like it's actually quite disorienting to try to 180 flip and land it for the first time. Like once you get used to it, it's not that hard. But the thing is like, okay, you're doing 180 and then board is flipping, so it's off your feet, and then try to land it. It's like, it's weird, you know, like it's completely different skill set, so to speak, from like say like Halfcab 180. But yeah, like if you have a good fundamentals on this one, I think you can easily get this one. If you don't, like it gets more complicated. Basically, it's just almost just like kickflip, but because I'm following the board as I kickflip, I feel like I'm intentionally pushing the board just a little bit, but like not intentionally, unintentionally pushing the board just a little bit towards where I'm going, but not intentionally. Now, to me, it feels like I'm just doing kickflip as I'm, yeah. If you kind of like practicing and then like if you're like kind of like keep missing more than like 20 times or something like that, I would always go back to fakie flip. So like I'll always go back to fakie flip and then remind yourself this is how you do fakie flip, and then go try again, you know. So yeah, that's it for today. And I got some other video coming pretty soon, so subscribe. Yeah, something like 85%, 90% of people watch my videos are not a subscriber. So if you can subscribe, that'll be awesome. Yeah. Okay. Have a good one and see you next time. And see you next time.